Okay, I think that we're back. That we're back. Yeah. Now everyone's gone. I'll have to share it. Okay. Hey. Hey Bojo, how you doing? All right. I think that I got it. I've managed to get onto my parents' Wi-Fi, and that hopefully means that it's less choppy and that you can hear me and that everything is working. So hopefully this is a better experience. We'll give it one last go anyway, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. It is what it is, I guess, you know. But it is a different stream. This is a different stream, right? This is not the same stream as before. Is it? I hate technical difficulties. So annoying. So annoying. Let's see. I'm just checking. Oh, yeah. So it is a random stream that's been set up, but at least I think everything is a little bit better. Now I need to get the chat on there. All right. We're back. And it says excellent connection. So that's a good 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 info. YouTube actually says excellent connection for now. So let me just get the chat on screen. There's just one of those things where. Okay, everyone. Hi again from Bojo Pigeon. And yo, we're back from Japan. Correct. New stream, new notification story, notification squad. I know how annoying things can be. But according to this, it says 0 dropped frames and it says that the connection is healthy. So I am happy with that. If you're happy with that, we've lost everyone that was here. But hopefully, now it says no data. What? No, it cannot say no data. I can see myself moving. Surely it's okay. Excellent connection. Okay. I think everything's okay. Yeah. It's a little bit of a chill stream, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, happy Wednesday midweek. I wanted to get things back to sort of normal in terms of like doing my Wednesday stream on Happy Gaijin. And yeah, it's been as you all know, you probably watched my Sunday stream. That was a difficult one to get through with the whole Drew thing. But I think it was part of the healing. I needed to do it. I feel much better after doing that stream. I'm glad I did it. But I'm very thankful to you guys for all your support, because literally I don't think I could have done it without your support through going through that stream. And it was really nice because I received a very nice message from Drew's wife. She sent me a message. I didn't tell her that I was doing the stream or anything, but somebody obviously pointed her in the direction of the stream, and she thanked me for doing it. And she her words were, I don't want to read the whole message, but she said something very nice. She said, thank you for making my husband smile. Isn't that such a lovely thing to say? Thank you for making my husband smile. So yeah, I'm glad I did it, and now I feel that I've got a little bit of closure. Obviously it's hard, but I've got a little bit of closure, and I can move forward. And I'm now got a few things planned for the next few weeks. To start with, this weekend is going to be a little bit of a weird one or an interesting one, depending on how you see things, because first of all, I'm going to be in Seville for the weekend, and I'm hoping to be able to potentially stream a little bit from the weekend on Happy Gaijin, maybe do a little street stream, see what things are like in Seville in Spain. And also on the Sunday, because I'm staying there Saturday night and Sunday night, I'm gonna hopefully do my normal stream with Ninja Monkey at some point, maybe a little bit later, because I'm going with some friends, I'm gonna have dinner, and I'll probably try and do that later on in the evening from Seville. That's one thing. Then in 2 weeks' time, I'm gonna be going to the UK for a week for work. So unfortunately, it will mean that one Sunday will have to be missed because I'll be at a work function for a whole week in the UK. And then after that, I only have probably 3 or 4 weeks to go before my trip. 3 weeks or 4 weeks to go before my trip. I've got my itinerary down. I've got my things more or less sorted. I've got all my hotels done. I just need to sort of figure out what I want to see in each place. So that's something I'm going to be busy with in the next few weeks, and I'm probably going to ask you guys to help me out with those kind of things. Wow, this is a very quiet stream. No one's saying anything. Everyone's so quiet. I'm just talking to myself. I guess that I killed it when the other stream didn't work. And as much as I love hanging out with you guys, I guess that I'm not very sure how things are gonna progress with the stream from here. Anyway, I do have a Coke Zero at hand. That's important, right? We are here. Okay. How's the cat? The cat is very old and totally ignoring me right now. The cat is couldn't care less if I'm here. And actually, she did come to the door. She did give me a meow. Then I gave her some food, and she basically meowed. She ate the food, and then she meowed a little bit more and went and sat in her place and went okay, leave me alone. That's enough interaction with you for the day. But more than anything, I need to give her some medication, and that's why I stay the night here with my parents, because it's just so much easier. Plus, even though the cat is a little bit doesn't care too much, I know that at night she likes to sleep at my feet. So she's a little bit a very interesting character. She's very, very, very friendly, but on her terms, right? Because she's a cat after all. I have my diet Dr. Pepper. Ooh, my Coca-Cola Zero's here. I'm not here to socialize. I know, right? It's so frustrating, but hey. Standard cat behavior. I think that as cats get older, also she's gonna be. I'm not very sure if she's going on to potentially being 20 years old. To be honest, she's potentially going to be 20 years old. So yeah, potentially 20. She's a very old cat. The pilot lad, how are you doing? I have returned to annoy you a bit since I haven't been here in a while. Hi chat, hi Nathan, don't worry, the pilot lad. I haven't actually done a Happy Gaijin stream in a while myself. Apart from when I was in Japan, when I was streaming live, okay? But from home, I haven't really done a stream in a while, just because it's been one of those sort of lots of things have happened. The Drew thing happened. I wasn't really in the mood for streaming. I've been super busy at work, and it's just one of those things. So I wanted to stream on here when I'm in Japan mainly, and I wanted to stream here if I could every other week, so I want to get back to that if I can actually get back to that. I will be very happy if I did. Ooh, where's my chat? My chat has disappeared. Oh no, it hasn't. Hi, how are you doing, Michael J? How are you doing, West Wales? I used to live in Wales. When I was a lad in university, I lived in Cardiff. Actually, I lived in Pontypridd, and then I lived in Cardiff. And I love Wales. In fact, today I was watching a thing on YouTube about a guy who speaks Welsh, who's a Welsh speaker, who went to Argentina to find a place where they speak Welsh also, which was very interesting, I have to say. Super interesting. So What's the weather like where you guys are watching from? Because it's really freaking quite warm right now here where I'm at. I mean, I don't know what the temperature is exactly, but it must be 20, 21 degrees at this time. 9, 10 p.m. What's the weather like this time? 19 degrees, 10 p.m. It's kind of warm for 10 p.m. There's a place in Argentina where they speak Welsh. You didn't know this, yeah? In Patagonia, basically, there's a place in Argentina where, like in the 1800s, like 150 or something Welsh people went to Argentina and set up camp, and now the generations later, there's quite a lot of Welsh speakers with shops with Welsh signs and Welsh flags and stuff like that in Argentina. So it's kind of weird. Sunny in Wales, nice. It's been strangely warm in the UK for 2 weeks now. Well, did you know that in Japan the rainy season has started like 3 weeks early? So that's kind of odd. The sun does shine here sometimes. It didn't shine there when I lived there. That's what I'm going to tell you that for sure. When I lived in Wales, it never ever was sunny. Like in the 4 years actually that I was living there, I think it rained every single day, apart from 1 or 2 days maybe. You saw a John Dove video about the rainy season starting already. Yeah, it's been a bit weird. I'm keeping an eye on that because that sounds so weird to me. And also that it started in Kyushu. Oh, was it in Kyushu that it started? Which was an odd place for it to start. Bojo says it's 32 degrees and it's 2:50 p.m. Wow, that's warm. It rains a lot, I know. When I lived in Wales, I remember once going out and thinking to myself, ooh, the sun's out. I can go out without an umbrella. Oh, how wrong I was. How wrong I was. Oh boy, I was wrong. Reminds me of questions in the subject meteorology. Questions about UK, always select worst weather conditions. Yes. Oh, John said Kyushu. I sort of just read through the article. So yeah, actually maybe I should share this on my Ninja Monkey channel. That might be a good idea. On my Ninja Monkey. That might be a good idea. Let me just go to Ninja Monkey and share it. Let me see if I can do this. Give me a second. Okay. It's a wonder we are born with web. We aren't born with webbed feet. I can imagine. Oh, thank you. That's a good idea. Also to share the new stream on Discord. Oh boy, what would I do without you, Japan Ichiban? I swear. You're like, don't forget the second channel, or don't forget the first channel. Don't forget your Discord. Seriously, I'm just a simple YouTuber, I guess. Just a simple YouTuber. So tell me, anybody, when's your next trip to Japan, by the way? When's everyone going to Japan next? Are you flying to Tokyo on your way on your new trip? Can you share any itinerary with us? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Japan, for giving me conversation. I am flying to Tokyo, but I'm flying via London, and I'm spending one night in London on purpose. I wanted to meet a few friends in London, and it was a perfect opportunity to sort of like I arrive in London like at 1 p.m. and then I fly from London Heathrow. I think it's at 9 a.m. the following day. So it gives me pretty much a whole afternoon and evening to meet up with friends, have tea and have dinner, whatever. And then I'm arriving in Tokyo and spending a few days in Tokyo. And then I'm going directly to Takayama, and that's going to be probably my longest sort of like trip in terms of train. It's going to be a 4.5 hour train ride. But stopping, I think I have to stop maybe in Nagoya or in Toyama on the way. I can't remember exactly. So probably what I'll do to make it a little bit more bearable is I'll head over quite early. It's like maybe 2 hours and then, or 3 hours, and then I have to get another train. So probably what I'll do is I'll stop off on the way and have a little break, and I would have luggage forwarded my stuff. Would have a little break, check out the area, have lunch there, and then I get another train, so it doesn't feel like a really long trip. Then from there, I'm going to Okayama. I'm spending like 3 or 4 nights in Okayama. I'm doing some day trips from Okayama, using Okayama as a base. Then from Okayama, I'm going directly to Miyajima. I'm spending 1 night in Miyajima. I'm going to get there as early as I can so I can explore the island, settle in, and then the following day I'll probably spend the morning in Miyajima with no tourists. I'm foreseeing tourists sort of arriving around 10 in the morning, so that's when I want to like sort of get off the island, when the tourists arrive. But I'll be going to Hiroshima for a night. I want to go to that Hiroshima place and then Hiroshima Okonomiyaki Mura, and then from there I'll be going to Kyoto for 4 nights, 3 or 4 nights I think it is, and I'll be spending my birthday in Kyoto. And my idea of Kyoto this time is to just go to Kyoto and chill. Now I am meeting Shogo, which I'm really looking forward to, my friend Shogo, YouTuber, and we're gonna be filming something together. Not 100% specified what, but we're gonna be filming something from my channel, I think, just for my channel, which is fine because he's gonna be a guide. He's gonna take me to some locations around Kyoto, so I can do some kind of a guide. So I could do some kind of a interesting, like maybe less visited Kyoto sort of like video, like I've done with Tokyo, but for Kyoto. And I want to use that time in Kyoto to just chill and maybe do a 1 odd day trip here or there to places. That's basically like half of my itinerary. From there I go to Ise, I go all the way around the coast. I go to the waterfall, to the famous waterfall. I go to I end up in Koyasan with the monks. I'm staying in Buddhist accommodation. Then I'm going down to Osaka. I'm spending like 2 nights in Osaka, and then I'm going to Tokyo again for like 3 or 4 days, and then I fly to Sapporo. I spend a few days in Sapporo, and then I fly to Wakanai, and I get the train back down. So it's a little bit of a crazy trip, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, Jim Ross is in the house. Amigo, how are you doing? It's been a while. 10 happy Gaijin memberships. I don't have anything set up like that super like wonderful with fireworks or anything, because I set everything up for my parents, and it was a little bit of a tricky stream to start with, but we got it working. Yes, Red Value, we got it working. I don't know why. And Paulina is leaving for Tokyo on Friday. Dude, are you packed, Paulina? Are you packed? And did you watch my packing video? I want to actually update my packing video. It's one of the things that I want to do before I go to Japan this summer. I want to put out a packing video updated, some of the tweaks, some of the things that I've learned since then, some of the things that I don't do anymore, that I do, etc. So, hey Jim, sorry. Surprise! I was just telling everyone about how basically, it's been a little bit off with the whole Drew thing. I haven't really felt like streaming, and I'm cat sitting. I'm at my parents' house cat sitting. The cat is ignoring me, fully ignoring me, and I wanted to stream from here. So, Okonomimura, that's it. Okonomimura is a great place. Please visit the old lady at the very back of the place. She was really nice to us. I will try. I love that place. I've been there like 3 times. This will be like my 4th time or something. Okonomimura in Hiroshima. The pilot had in Hiroshima. Yeah. In Hiroshima. Hey, you're back online. Bad connection earlier. Yeah, Grant, it was horrible before. I think that slowly, hopefully, I put down the bitrate also. So that hopefully helps. Was actually thinking of traveling in that direction sometime. You should, absolutely should, man. Hiroshima, Miyajima, Fukuoka, all that area, and the province of Hiroshima is pretty cool. Like Onomichi. I would like to go to Onomichi to do another day trip there. I love that place. No and yes, gotta do laundry first. Okay, that is okay. I understand. Do laundry. If you're like me, what I normally do is I end up with during the maybe the 2 weeks leading up to my holiday, to my vacation. I usually go, okay, I could use this for Japan, and I put it in a pile. Oh, this for Japan, put it in a pile. Oh, don't forget this for Japan, put it in a pile. And I end up with a pile which is probably 4 times more things than I actually need for Japan. And then, 3 days before the trip, I start taking things out of the pile, or 4 days before, and I do my laundry. So I sort of pack and then I do my laundry, if that makes any sense. Not fully, not like pack properly, but I sort of discard the things that I know I'm not going to use, keep the things that I think I'm going to use, and I do laundry and then I pack it back in. I don't know if that makes sense. It's been a tough day, Jim. Funeral. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. So sorry, Japan. How is Michaela doing? The whole funeral thing, in Gibraltar, when somebody dies, you are buried sometimes on the same day that you die. Sometimes you're buried the following day. If you die before, I think it is 11 in the morning or midday, you will be buried on the same day in the afternoon. And if you die after midday, then you'll probably be buried the following morning. It's kind of quite a crazy, not crazy for me. It's the way it's done here, but it's a very for some people are very shocked by the way that funerals run here in Gibraltar, where I am, But let's not talk about that. So, the Japanese economy is in recession. Do you think they'll do more for tourists to attract more tourists? Well, absolutely, Rider. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to attract 60 million tourists by 2030, which is in 5 years' time, or 4.5 years' time now. So they want to reach 60 million tourists, and they're currently reaching nearly 40 million. So they still need to get another 20 million in the next 4.5 years. So yeah, not getting there that easily after moving, or if my fiance gets more time off. I understand work, so we can actually travel despite her living there. Yeah, well, hopefully you have all the time in the world to do it in the future, Down there, and even Hokkaido, despite her disliking the cold. Hokkaido's really nice, and in the summer Hokkaido's really nice also. I'm going to be spending, and I strategically put Hokkaido in August. When I'm going to be in Hokkaido for a total of, I think it's 9 days in Hokkaido. It's a nice chunk, 8 or 9 days in Hokkaido, and I purposely did it towards the end of my trip in August, just so that I can get rid of the heat and humidity for those 8 or 9 days. And I was looking at Wakanai, which is one of the locations that I'm going to be spending, I think, 1 or 2 nights at. And Wakanai is actually going to be something like 19 degrees or something like that during the day, and maybe 16 degrees at night or something. So it's going to be really nice, I think. Hey, a stream is always welcome. You didn't fall off the rock. Wore out your nephew. That is, I did wear out my nephew, by the way. Medical assistant to cat. I am. Well, the cat is ignoring me. Only way it could be better is a London guest Gibraltarian on stream. Actually, you know where she is right now? She's in Singapore right now. So, have you bought, or do you know of a rail pass specifically for Kyushu? Thinking of flying to Fukuoka and then the pass, if there is one. Yes, I have used a Kyushu pass last summer. The Kyushu rail pass is pretty good, pretty flexible. You can get all North or South Kyushu, and I got the all one, the all Kyushu, and you can get it for 7 days. and it's good. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So, and I think there's even a pass that might even get you to Hiroshima, maybe. But you can definitely use the pass. If it's for 7 days, then perfect. Alternatively, there's I'm just reading here. I'm not saying it by memory, by the way. I'm not going to pretend that I know every single rail pass in the world. But there's a South Kyushu and a North Kyushu, and you can do, for example, 5 days North Kyushu, and then you can do like a 7 days. Then you could do a 7-day North Kyushu. You could do 5 days, and South Kyushu you could do 5 days, for example. So if you did sort of like organize it so that you did the North or the South, then that may work. Japan, condolences indeed. Do you think Japan will ever have a 6-month visa for tourists? It already has a 6-month visa for tourists if you are from certain countries. It's a little bit complicated because you have to extend your visa. For example, the UK has a special arrangement with Japan that you can extend your 90 days further, but it's a little bit complicated, and I don't think that will happen. The reason why I don't think it's going to happen is because there's already a nomad work visa that is, I think, for 6 months or something similar to that. So they wouldn't want to eat into that. 7 days is good. The Tohoku Pass was only 5 days. It wasn't long enough for us. I know, right? What do you mean for visa exempt countries? If you want to stay up to 6 months, over. No, what I meant is that there are some specific countries where Japan have specific arrangements. Not all of them. For example, if you're from the USA, I know the USA doesn't have an arrangement with Japan to extend your visa further, but the UK does, and I have a UK passport. Not that I have 6 months or the money to spend in Japan for 6 months. Digital nomad, that's it. What I actually wonder if I can somehow tourist in Japan for longer because my wife is Japanese. I don't think so. I think that my understanding is that if you don't have a residency card or you don't have residency, then you wouldn't be able to go to Japan as a tourist. You would have to probably get some other sort of visa, you know? And I don't know of any other way that you can stay there without being a resident. Unfortunately, this is something that I know a lot of people have asked me, and it's a question that I've dived deep. Can't talk today. I've deep dived into in the past regarding like these type of visas, and it's really, really complicated. Luckily, there are some very specific visas that allow you to extend them by a little bit. However, red value, you know, some people, not saying that this is the way that you should do it, some people simply fly to Korea for a little break for a weekend and then fly back into Japan. Oh, your question was directed to M. Rider. Oh, sorry, I see. Would qualify for a marriage visa if I chose to live there. Yeah, or like, for example, I've got a Japanese lady that I know is married to a British guy here in Gibraltar. They live here in Gibraltar, and he already had residency in Japan because they lived in Japan for like 5 or 6 years or whatever. So he already had residency in Japan, and they came to Gibraltar to live, so they had to. So now he has to go back to Japan at least every 2 years, I think, or something like that, to make sure that his visa is renewed. So his visa is renewed as long as the marriage visa is renewed, or something like that. But you need to get the marriage visa first. So maybe that's an avenue for you. Get the marriage visa and then renew it. You can get a spouse of Japanese citizen visa. There you go. If you choose to live there, for sure. But as a tourist, I still limited to 90 days, I believe. Like I said, I know I'm just mentioning I know this couple, and I know that he has the Japanese spouse visa, but you need to get it first. You see, that's the thing. But once you get it, I think you can renew it because it, you know, and planning to stay there for like a year and working remotely. That would be nice. There's loads of visas for Japan. It's a bit of a minefield. It is a bit of a minefield, but it's also kind of tricky at the same time. I guess that's what a minefield is. Thanks for the info, Nathan. Yeah, I can actually try and ask her more specifically. Her name's Yoshi. I haven't seen her in a while, but I actually sent her a message a few days ago. Hopefully, I can actually get some more information from her and I'll let you know personally. Effectively, I just want an easy way to stay in Japan without being bound to the tax system there. I understand. Um, Actually, I'm not very sure if he is bound to the same conditions as a normal tourist, the 90 days. To be honest, now I'm thinking about it, I think that the only difference is that he gets to go through the quick lines, in the airport with his wife. But I'll find out. I want to buy a house in Japan. I want to stay there for 6 months, kind of like a vacation home. That's why I wanted to know. That would be so amazing. I've sometimes thought, how cool would it be to have like a joint house where we all sort of chip in and we have like a house in Tokyo and it's like a timeshare, but it's a Ninja Monkey timeshare. You can actually be exempt from the tax system under certain conditions. It depends on whether it's pension or national insurance. Visa things are not my thing. I want to make it clear. I just repeat what I've read in the past. Things are always changing. Conditions are always changing. Visas are always changing. And I'm definitely not a visa channel, I need to do 15 years in Austria to get the pension there. Technically, with some playing around, I can stay some of that time in Japan if I still work under the Austrian tax system. Yeah, why not? If you can make it work, that's great. Now I can go for 180 at 2 separate 90-day sessions, visa free as I'm from the UK. But if I extend my first time to the 6 months, I will lose a chance for the last 3 months. Sorry, I don't understand. I know I can go for 180 as 2 separate, so 90 and 90. The maximum is 90 days, is 180 days. Yeah? So, but if I extend my first time to the 6 months, will I lose a chance for the last 3 months? Yes, I believe so. I think that you're still entitled to only 180 days in a year in Japan, regardless. In Austria, as long as you stay 1 day above 6 months and work there, you can be bound to the tax system for the entire year there. I'm saying that based on personal experience, as I've lived in Japan for half a year for studies, yeah? So that's good that we have some info from, you. Because I'm not a tax person, visa person, really. I try. It's Wednesday. Back in the clay is here, by the way. It is 180 days and 12 calendar months, yeah. But I guess I know what you mean. Question: when is the Japanese version of the Esther coming in? I'm going this July and August. It won't be coming in this July and August for sure. It should be coming in fiscal 2028. And the fiscal year basically ends, I think, starts in April. And does it start in April and ends in April? So it could be anywhere between the beginning of the fiscal year 2028 and the end of the fiscal year 2028 that goes into 2029. So it doesn't necessarily mean, even though it says fiscal 2028, it doesn't 100% mean that it's going to happen in 2028 because a fiscal year doesn't end until 2029. So, but around that time. I know it's 180 days normally, but there's an extra agreement if you're from the UK for another 3 months. I was wondering if that means I could do 9 months in Japan or still just 6 months. I have no idea. That's a question. My understanding is that the 180 days would be the same. You're just choosing to extend your time there to the total 180 days. Do you understand what I mean? So my understanding is that you're only entitled to 180 days, but you have the privilege of having the 180 days all continuously. That's my understanding. However, it's a really interesting question, and it's one that will be very interesting to ask immigration. They're usually pretty good at answering questions if you send an email. Yay, Jim Ross is drinking Coke Zero that you bought by mistake. What? Who buys a Coke Zero by mistake? Nobody should buy a Coke Zero by mistake. It should be top of your lists. Kampai. Wishful thinking about... No, you might be right, dude. You might be right. This is one of those things where I'm just talking out loud. I don't know the facts. I don't know the details. It's not something that I've researched or gone into. I'm just assuming. So you might be 100% right on this one. You know? Commonwealth countries have a better deal for the time, especially if on working visa. Yeah, because the USA doesn't have working visas, right? I'm too old for that anyway, so we'll try and look for options. Perhaps digital nomad fits. Digital nomad is a bit of a weird one. I think you're probably better off like leaving the country for a weekend and coming back. For visa, check the Japanese government website. Back in the clay. It's not that simple because some of the things that we're talking about are not specific visa questions. You know, some of the visas on the official government website, Japanese government website, has like a little asterisk next to it, and it will say like there's some kind of an agreement, and that you need to apply through such and such and such. It's really complicated. Why? Back in the clay is watching from your TV. Hey, hello, TV. What's the betting that the Japanese Jester website is needlessly complicated? Well, I'm hoping that it's gonna be sort of like tied to the Visit Japan web. I mean, that's what they were saying. What's probably gonna happen? That it will be tied to the Visit Japan web, which makes sense, right? The infrastructure's already there, and they would need to simply just you know, add that aspect to it. No worker visa deal for the USA. Hey, how are you doing, Drab? Hope you're doing well. Or Allham. Also, only 15 more days till the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not getting one at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to wait and see how things go. Plus, there is no availability. I'm going to wait and see how things go. And plus, I feel that I just don't have time for video games these days. Like, hey, look who's come. Hey, you come to say hello, old lady? Hey, I'm shocked. Come and sit here next to me. She's purring. Surprise, you should all be honored. I'm surprised. Just checked at the MoFA website as well as the UK website and can't find anything regarding an extra agreement. Hold on. There you go. Japan Ichiban has just posted exactly what it is. Yeah. For nationals of the UK, British citizens, Ireland, Austria. Ooh, Austria also. There you go. Germany, Liechtenstein, Mexico, and Switzerland. The maximum period of stay given arrival will be 90 days. If you wish to extend your period of stay for further 90 days, you must go to the nearest immigration office to apply for extension of your period of stay. So there you go. It's so everything's just so complicated. Hey. And then I just build you for mine, for yours. Awesome. My last trip, I contacted a consultant in Japan, re how to start a business and what the business manager visa entails. Yeah, the whole business manager visa also, I think it entails you need to have a certain amount of money, etc, etc, etc. Okay, I know a guy in Tokyo who does business manager visas and he's very good. I can pass on the details if you like. Awesome. Check with the Japanese embassy visa section. I was told I could stay for 180 days and go to Japanese immigration office at about 4 months and could get a 90-day extension on case by case basis. Cool. Very cool. Were you there with a tourist visa or a student visa, by the way, Jim? Last year I did very close to 180 days. Didn't you do like 1 day less than 180, something like that? If I remember right. Tourist visa, okay. I should rename this stream to talking about visas, Japan visas, right? For those who weren't here earlier, just a little bit of info. This weekend, I'm actually going to be in Seville in Spain, and I'm going to try my best to do a little bit of a street walk in Seville. It's going to be very hot there. And then on Sunday, I'm hoping to be able to continue my normal Sunday stream, but it will be from probably the hotel room or something like that in Seville, and it'll probably be a little bit later than normal. So just giving you that little heads up. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully I can do a little bit of a vlog in Seville. I'm going with a friend of mine. He started a food vlogging sort of like Instagram thing. I'm trying to support him with that, and we're basically going on a random Seville food adventure, and I'm hoping to actually film it a little bit like a vlog, like what we eat and what we do and stuff like that. For Happy Gaijin. I met a dark Sith at Shibuya Scramble around Halloween, and they gave me a number for a consultant. I met with him Zoom while I was in Jeju. That sounds so dodgy, dude. I met Ninja Monkey at Halloween. That sounds even more dodgy. The education visa required full-time enrollment, and I was that committed, even if I should be committed. It's a student visa basically, but for most countries, 90 days going to an offshore country and returning to Japan is probably a red flag for immigration services. It depends how long you're away, right? Just jumped in the car, heading off for my morning fly fishing session. Dude, you and your fly fishing, Gazumi, so awesome. How many hours do you spend fly fishing, like when you're there doing it? Hey Laurie, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Well, I think you're doing well. You've shared some flowers with us, so. But yeah, Gazumi, I love people that have interesting. I mean, for me, that's an interesting like a pastime, you know, a hobby, because it's not something that I tend to see very often here. The cat came, said hello. Did you see the cat before? And left. Like bye, because she knows that in about 10 minutes time I'm probably gonna have to end the stream because I'm gonna have to give the cat the medication. She probably went, damn it, it's medication time. I'm tired of planning details for my Japan trip today. Nice, Laurie. So what's your plan? What's your itinerary? Where do you want to go? What questions do you have? We have some very cool people on here that can give you some really great advice. Not just me. How hard is it fishing for flies? Well, that must be very difficult. And what do you even put as bait for a fly, right? At least I have my Coke Zero. This is the only Coke Zero I have in the house. Bye, everyone. Today's your last full day. No. Oh well. Time to plan your next trip, dude. Right? Methinks 90 180-day tourist visa limits was to combat illegal workers on tourist visa whilst in Japan. Not necessarily. Well, probably yes. You're probably right. Back in the clay. But it's kind of common all around the world. Even in Europe, you have only 90 days or whatever. So yeah, your trips go by so quickly. Like Japan Ichiban says. Next trip already booked. That's the way to do it. You see. Now I'm a little bit like on edge because I don't have another trip booked apart from the summer one. And Japan Ichiban sent me a message saying, Nathan, are you gonna go in October? Are you gonna go in November? But at the moment I can't even commit to that because I don't think I have money for that, for another trip. So it's the kind of thing that halfway through my summer trip, I'll be in a better position to see, you know, what my spending is like. So free digital nomad visa. The nomad visa is a bit pants in Japan right now, I'd have to say. I think. A little rain overnight has cleared the air. Full view of Mount Fuji. Man, send us a photo, please, on the Discord. Well, I could ask again about a one-day Shinkansen trip from Tokyo, just for fun. I mean, nobody's stopping anyone from going on the Shinkansen. One-day Shinkansen trips are fine. Depends where you want to go, right? And what you want to do, and how long you want to go. There's nothing wrong with Shinkansen using Tokyo as a base, and you know, heading out to different places. It's just that some places deserve staying overnight because there's so much to see. You met a Gaijin on a ferry, was married to a Japanese lady, and had a biz there some time ago. Who needs that exactly, Jim? Who needs that indeed? Yeah. Just I'm not in a position right now with the channel to think so far ahead, like to think about November. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm being responsible. I'll have a better idea probably around the end of July or probably by the beginning of August, I'd say. I'll probably have a better idea. Hi ho, it's off to fish. I go. Kazumi, are you wearing a gnome hat? Kanazawa is nice, I agree. Money talks, money talks. Money makes the world go round. What was that? Money, money, money. What was that song? It's really humid today here. It's crazy. What humidity is it here in Gibraltar today? Sorry. It feels really humid. 76% humidity, 18 degrees. No wonder I'm like sticky. No wonder I'm sticky. So yeah, something to look forward to. There will be a video. I'm working on an update. Hopefully I can film it tomorrow, semi-edit it, and have it ready for Friday or Saturday. But I am working on an update video, Ninja Monkey. I feel that I haven't done one for a while, and I feel that the conditions are right for an update video. There's enough to sort of talk about. I will be including some of the just slight little variations on my last two videos, like what tourists hate and the whole crazy fortune teller manga like predictions about the earthquake thing. I mentioned that a little bit on in the update also, for the people that haven't watched the main video, you know. That having a job thing kind of restricts the living, the lives we should have. I understand totally, yeah. Kazawa is great. I agree. Isn't it always humid in Gibraltar? It's getting hot in LA and it's right arid. I think that it's humid in the sense that, like in the winter it's humid. Like in the winter it's humid. So when it's cold, like when it's 14 degrees, it feels colder because it's humid, cold. In the summer, I think that out of the 7 days, we'll have like 2 or 3 humid days. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes we have like 1 week or 2 weeks of humidity, similar to Japan, like very, very sticky, very horrible, hot and horrible. But not like Japan, where basically in Japan in the summer, it's humid every single day. You cannot escape it, you know? Here at home, you'll have the few days where it's just dry heat, and then the humidity coming. It depends on the winds and stuff like that. So take care, Kazumi. Be safe, man. Weirdly hot and humid here in San Francisco area today. I'm not used to it. Okay, well, I'm sort of used to it. It's just I feel that it's definitely the beginning of summer now. Like I could tell because there's a tree that is on bloom now, the jacaranda. Beautiful tree, purple like flowers, like sakura but purple. So beautiful. They bloom just before summer and they are now in full bloom, totally full bloom. So beautiful. So that basically tells me that summer is going to be hot. The summer I was in Gibraltar, it was humid. Yeah, it can be horrible in Gibraltar. It can be quite crazy in Gibraltar when it comes to the humidity and the heat, as you experience, right? Good bounce as well. Nighty night, everyone. Pilot Lad, thank you so much for being here. Jennifer, Genki, I am very Genki. I am very Genki today. Thank you. Are you Genki? Genki desu ka, Jennifer-san? Leave for Japan in 2 weeks already. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that you're going to Japan in 2 weeks. Are you going to Koya-san this time? I can't remember if you already did it, if you're going to do it, if you're not going to do it, if you've done it. A bit over 3 weeks for you. Wow. Hey David, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm here cat sitting. The cat came and said hello earlier on, but sort of went by. 24 days, looking forward to it. Nice. Rose Garden, wow. I wish I had a garden. Here it's all like very much, I mean, the apartments are not as small as Japanese apartments, but they're definitely tiny. Okay, bye. Take care, be safe, man. And Jennifer, oh yeah, you did it last year. Where did you stay? Because I am going to Koyasan again this year. And I'm very, very much looking forward to going to Koyasan this year, to be honest. It's going to be pretty cool. And I'm staying in... It was really difficult to get accommodation for Koyasan, I have to say. So... So I'm going to stay in a place called... Koyasan Shukubo Zofukuin. Let me just type it in. Shokubo Zofukuin. That's where I'm gonna be. Ooh, nice. Tokyo November is very nice weather. Very nice weather. This year Tokyo Gero Onsen, nice. Osaka Expo, Kyoto, Kinosaki Onsen, lovely. Himeji Kurashiki, lovely. Onomichi, oh my god, you go to Onomichi. Back to Tokyo, Tokyo Sandwich. Dude, you've got a really nice itinerary there. Very nice itinerary there, just because you're going to all sorts of places. You got a bit of you know, like busy touristy part in the middle, but you got some things in the middle, in between, that are less touristy. That's really nice. I said in Echo Inn the first time I went, bloody hell, it's so expensive nowadays. Jennifer, I was looking at that Echo Inn, and it was seriously really crazy expensive when I was looking, maybe for my dates anyway, but it was something like 3 times or 4 times more expensive than when I went in 2016. I think it was when I went 2016. It's crazy. But yeah, Echo Inn is a beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful place. Very special. The beautiful Otogawa Kuriyoshi Museum in the heart of Kurashiki. I'd 100% recommend if you are going there. It's an old refurbished Japanese house. Nice. Well, what I'm going to be doing Japan Ichiban, I think in the next few weeks, is I'm going to be asking, because I'm going to be going to Kurashiki, and I'm going to be asking for them some suggestions and start listing them down either on stream or in Discord or whatever, you know. I cut out Atami? Really? And Shimoda because I was reading about the Nankai area and got scared. Okay. Dogo Onsen is beautiful, very, very nice. I want to do the in the future, because I went to Dogo Onsen last year, and I want to go, and I want to do in the future. I'd like to do this the ferry that goes from Osaka to Oita. Is it Oita? Yeah. Or vice versa. It's a night ferry, and it looks really cool. Yeah, I mean the whole Nankai thing, you just need to, when it comes to these things, it's about being prepared. When I go to Japan, I always know like my escape routes. I'm always in a crazy way. I even sleep and I make sure that my shoes are like positioned in the door. You know, like in case anything happens, I can leave. Not just an earthquake or whatever. Um, but hey, yes, Sakurajima had a largish eruption the other day, but then it's like I remember when I went to Kagoshima, I went to Yakushima, beautiful island. Totally recommend it if you can stay there a few nights. And on the way back, literally we went to Sakurajima, that area, and literally I think 6 hours later it erupted, and we weren't there, thankfully, so. Oh wow, there you go, Jennifer. That's a really good suggestion there from Back in the Clay. Pretty cool. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to call it a day just because unfortunately I am cat sitting. I need to do all the catty things. And she's probably hiding now because she knows. Cats are not stupid. That's one thing I'm gonna say. Cats are very clever creatures. But yeah, I'm glad the stream worked out after all. The first one was a bit of a crappy one, but thanks for being here. Don't forget to like the stream, and don't forget to check out my latest few videos. I've been diving on Ninja Monkey, which is my main channel. I've been diving more into into specific topics. So topics like I spoke about the earthquake thing. I spoke about the tourists complaints. And although this next one is gonna be more like a normal update, I want to do more topical stuff. I did the smoking one in the past. Also, I did the train one recently, so I'm trying to do more topical stuff for my channel. Anyway, on that note, thanks everyone for your support, for putting up with the horrible start of the first stream that didn't work out at all. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there and find the cat, and I'll see you all soon. Nasty 25 days. Enjoy. Anyway, take care, everyone. Good night.